Hey, what's up? This is Udulena from Udulena Digital, and today I'm going to share about the 3 habits which I have adopted and I believe they have had the most impact on my life so far. Welcome to my channel. My name is Udulena. Be sure to subscribe. The only reason why I'm asking you is because I'm trying to get to 1,000 subscribers on this channel, and this is why I need your support to make the channel good before I be able to monetize. YouTube asked me to get at least 1,000 subscribers, and we are now on a very good trajectory. I can see more and more people answering to my pledge, for which I'm really grateful. So thank you so much, and if you find the content here, please subscribe or tell your friends to subscribe as well. With that said, today I'm going to talk about 3 habits that I adopted myself and have really contributed to my personal transformation. So the first habit which I adopted is exercising. Before, I couldn't run. I was not physically capable of running more than 10 meters. I would completely lose my breath. I would feel terrible. I would be really rude and shouting and just be this impossible person when it comes to exercising. I didn't have any running shoes, any proper equipment. I remember one of my first runs, I ran actually with ballet shoes. I didn't have any shoes. I didn't have the need, or I even thought that it's not necessary for me to actually buy any. So I ended up running with these ballet shoes in the park with all my teammates laughing at me. Then I eventually got a pair of really cheap, crappy shoes. I started running, I started exercising, but still it wasn't really great experience. I would just feel just so terrible after every single run. I would feel like I'm almost dying. And that my boyfriend at that time was really passionate about making me to get to exercise regularly, and I would be just this impossible rude person with him. Then what happened is that at some point I committed. I decided that I want to try and do it. I was reading at the same time some very good books, and I decided to just give it a go. So one of the books, The Power of Habit, was saying that in order to actually have a solid foundation of a habit, you have to do something at least 90 days consistently. So I decided I had to do a run every single morning before work for 90 days, which was pretty ambitious, and essentially I had to reduce the tempo. So I ended up running 6 days out of 7 every single week for 90 days, which was pretty intense. And the run had to happen always in the morning. The run couldn't happen in the afternoon or in the evening. And there was a reason for it. I had to get myself to get up earlier, to prepare myself more, to come to work on time, and to be more focused. And actually all these things started happening gradually. But during these 90 days, I ran before catching a flight. So I would get up extra early in the morning before the time I had to go to get to the airport for a run. I ran when I was sick. I ran when I was in pain. I ran when it was really cold outside, and I ran as well when it was raining. And I just didn't allow myself a single day of excuse that I shouldn't do what I had committed to do. And I was lucky enough with pretty good weather over that time. It was pretty cold because it was winter, but essentially it cleared out. It was this kind of winter between springtime. So the day was getting bigger and bigger. And my self-esteem was growing with every single run. So even however small the distance it was, I was really committed, and I was enlarging the distance one day after the second day after the next day, getting it longer and longer. And essentially I was able to do a whole round around the park before, that's Battersea Park near where I live in London, before going to work. So I would do that within about 30 minutes over every single morning. And then this is how I would start my day. So this transformed me completely. It helped me focus much more. It helped me be more alert at work, just be more organized. It helped me plan my days. It helped me plan my mornings. It got me to the state where I was sleeping and I was falling asleep at the right time. I wasn't staying too late. I wasn't eating the wrong foods. ended up like this avalanche of good habits that were following my personal development and contributed to me actually dropping 10 kilos from that time, to which I have stuck until now, even with all the free food at Google. Then the second habit which I adopted was reading. So I was a keen reader before that, but I was reading fiction. So I was reading some pretty good books, but it would take me probably about 6 months. I would read, I don't know, War and Peace for about 6 months. And that would be it. I wouldn't aim for anything else. And then I read some more information. I read the Tai Lopez's kind of book challenge. You have to read 52 books, that an average CEO reads 52 books per year. So I tried to do this, but essentially this didn't work out, and I still don't believe that this is the best way of reading. I do read about 30 books a year steadily, and all of them, majority of them are actually non-fiction, kind of practical books about business management, marketing, sales, which wasn't coming into my head before that. I was working in sales, but I had never even thought about reading a book about sales or marketing or anything related to what I was working on. Any way of improving my life, really. So that was actually the majority of people around me. Nobody was reading that kind of literature. And I started reading these books. I heard a lot of jokes from people saying like, this is crap, like this is bullshit, this is kind of like, these writers are making money from you, blah, blah, blah. All the kind of stereotypical things that people would say against self-help. But I ended up reading these books and doing the rounds, and simultaneously these two habits started working very well together and built up a very strong momentum. However, I started just taking a bit more time to actually read through the book and fully understand the content, just not to rush to finish it, just to say that I've read another book, but really try to understand it. And actually now I'm even part of a mastermind about personal development at Google. So we gather together every Friday and we discuss books about personal development, which actually helps me to understand and get to learn from the perspective of others and find out things that I haven't seen in the book before when I just read it myself. So I definitely think that if you read 52 books a year, is a zero guarantee that you'll be at the level of a CEO. But if you read maybe 30 books and you really understand what they are all about and you are able to actually implement what these books are, this can put you in a very, very good position. This is my tip. Then the last and my kind of newest habit is meditating. So meditating has been something that I've been trying and trialing and then stopping again. So I started with really long 45 minutes meditation by Joe Dispenza, which is absolutely amazing. Then I tried Mind Valley, Vishen Lakhani's meditation, which was also very good. But I couldn't really sustain that one, like just playing the same meditation over and over again. It didn't work out. Or having this long 45 minutes meditation, I would just not be able to give that much time. So actually I restarted my journey with Headspace, which is an app I started working with, and it's absolutely amazing. It's actually free for me as a Google employee, which is absolutely fantastic thing to have. So I do 10 minutes in the morning and 10 minutes in the evening, and I've been doing that since mid-August. So it's almost 3.5 months now that I've been doing meditation every single day, and most of the times actually twice a day. And this has gradually started helping me so much. So in the beginning, the first couple of weeks, I didn't feel any big difference. But after maybe 6-7 weeks of consistently doing this, I started feeling a very, very strong difference. I started getting to this kind of peace and this kind of mindfulness, these kind of techniques, which were helping me with my sleep, with my temper, with how I respond to situations, with how I actually talk to myself in my thoughts. This is something very, very precious, and this is something that I'm looking to work on a lot, because I know that actual results from meditation come after years and years of practice. And I practice relatively very small meditations, very simple ones. But these are the 3 habits which I truly believe that have helped me so far to become who I am and are helping me to get to new destinations. Thanks so much for watching. Subscribe to this channel. Let me know in the comments which are your top 3 habits, and I'll see you with a new video next week.